Hello everyone and welcome back to a new tutorial on the how to make a Tycoon series. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to add a UI and how to script it. So now we have this nice UI that displays how much cash we have and how much our rate is, and it will update whenever your cash changes. Also, if you guys want to support me and want to have access to all of my project files, including the one you're watching right now, they will all be available on my Patreon in the $10 tier. Okay, so today we're going to be making some UI and scripting it. So what I'm going to do is have a nice UI for displaying how much money we have and how much our rate is. So what I'm going to do is add a screen GUI. I'm going to call it main GUI, and I'm going to add in a frame, and I'm going to call it something like info, or yeah, info, I guess. And what I'm gonna do is set the size of this to 1,0, 1,0. Now we're gonna change the background transparency to 1, and we're gonna set the anchor point to 0 0.5, 0 0.5, 0.5, sorry. And we're gonna change the position to 0 0.5, 0, 0 0.5, 0 0.5, 0. And that should have, we should have the anchor point in the middle and the position exactly in the middle of the screen. Now I'm going to make sure to uncheck ignore GUI and set, actually check it, sorry. And what I'm gonna do is inside of this info frame, we're gonna have a text label, which is going to display how much cash we have, and another one, which is going to display how much our rate per second is. So what I'm gonna do is add a text label, and I'm going to rename it to maybe money display, and then I'm going to resize it to a size that I like. So I want it to be around this big, and I want it to be right here in the middle. So I'm going to position it right there, and I'm going to set the background. Actually, no, sorry. I'm going to set to add a UI corner to this, and what we're gonna do is set its size to 0 0.1, 0, 0.01, 0, and then I'm going to resize it, and now it's converted to scale instead of offset. So now if we put it anywhere in the screen and we go to test and change the device, it will still be scaled according to the device, including phones and everything. So I'm going to set the size now, just using these things over here, and I'm going to make it around this big. I think that's perfect, and I'm going to put it right here, maybe a little bigger. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to mess around with the UI corner. So of course, our UI corner, we want we want it to use scale, not offset. So the scale will be 0 0.1, and the offset will be 0. And now I'm going to mess around with the offset, so 0 0.2, and I'm going to add the UI gradient. But here's the thing: if I add the UI gradient, I think it will affect the text too, and I really don't want that to happen. Let's double check. Yeah, it definitely will. So what I'm gonna do is have a frame in here, which is going to have the exact same properties as the money display thing. So copy the size of this, change the size of the frame to that, and we will make it a little bigger actually. And actually no, and then we will put the money display. We're gonna change its size to 1, 0, 1, 0, and we're gonna put it inside of the frame. And now we want the anchor point of this to be 0 0.5 of the money display thing, by the way, the text label, and the position to be 0 0.5, 0, 0.5, 0. That's going to center it in there. Now I'm going to change to move the frame actually, and I'm also going to resize this. So I'm going to resize this like that to make it a little smaller, so that we have space from which to pick this up. And now what I'm gonna do is actually, I think I'm going to make the background transparency of this to 1, and the font to Ferdoka 1, and the text scale property to true. And then I want to change the text color to complete white, and I'm going to change the text to, for example, 100k, 100k, and maybe a little dollar sign. And now what I'm gonna do is change the name of this to something like text label, I guess, just the default name, and the name of the frame to be money display. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry about that. I totally forgot. But now I'm able to add a UI gradient and it will look really nice. So I'm going to select it, change the color. I want it to start from a nice blue, a dark blue, and I want it to go all the way to a nice lighter blue. Uh, and to make this look better, what I'm gonna do is change the rotation to 90 degrees, which is going to rotate at 90 degrees, and I'm going to get this UI corner out of the text label and put it inside of the money display thing. Now I'm going to add a UI stroke to this, which is just going to have a stroke around the money display, and I want the stroke color to be black, and I'm going to make the UI gradient a better color because I kind of hate this one. I don't like it. I really don't. Okay, I think something, maybe the reverse of this would be better. I'm really not sure. We can go with just a little blue like that, and in here a way lighter blue. That looks quite nice, I guess. But what if I change the rotation to negative 90 degrees? No. We can keep it 90 degrees. That looks better. And maybe, just maybe, we can have a stroke inside of the text label. That doesn't look bad. It really doesn't. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. But I want to know which is better, the dollar sign with a space or the dollar sign without a space. With a space. That did not make any sense. I don't even know why I asked myself that. But okay, so we have the text label for that. Now we're gonna make this work. So what I'm gonna do is add a remote event in here, and I'm going to call it update build update. What am I saying? Update. We can call it currency. And what I'm gonna do in here inside of the Tycoon module is whenever we call the add money function, what I'm gonna do is remotes dot update currency fire client, and that's of course going to take the player, but we also want to send how much our money is. So our money is the profile dot data dot tycoon data dot tycoon currency, and I think that will work. Dot tycoon currency, and we also want to send the rate. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go here in the Tycoon client local script, and since we have player GUI, we are able to get the main GUI. So we're gonna create references to this, and this. So what I'm gonna do is main GUI equals, and of course it's going to be player GUI, wait for child, and it's going to be main GUI, and then we got the main GUI. Now we need to get the info frame. So local info equals main GUI wait for child info, and after that we need to get the money display, and that's going to be info wait for child, and we're gonna get the money display. Then what we need to do is get the money display text label, and it's going to be money display wait for child, and it's going to be text label. Okay, now what we need to do is listen to the remote. So remotes wait for child, and it's going to be update currency dot on client event connect function, and we're gonna take the amount and the rate, uppercase R, and now we need to do what is it? Okay, I need to stop saying that. Money display text label dot text equals format. Please tell me. Okay, we don't have a reference to the format number, which means we need to. Okay, that's gonna take a bit of work. We're gonna need to get the shared modules, which is equal to replicated storage wait for child modules. Now we need to get the module that we need, which is the format number equals, and it's going to be equal to modules wait for child. Actually require modules gonna wait for child format number alt. And now we need to set the text to format number alt, format number, format compact, I think. But I don't know which one will look better. If I just put format standard, I think it will make. Okay, why did I check which text? Okay, so this is going to say 100. So if it's 100k, it's going to be written like this. I think this looks better. I don't know. And what if we add the dollar sign? Yeah, it does look better, I guess. We can use format standard then. So format standard. Okay, what am I doing? Format standard, and then we're gonna take the amount that we have, and then we can also add a dot, and we're gonna add a space and a dollar sign. Now let's see if that's going to work. Now I'm pretty sure it's going to say 100k at first, but we'll fix that just in a second. So I think that will happen once I claim this. And yep, it works. That works. No errors? No errors, okay. So we're good. Now what I need to do is enter my data manager. And what I'm gonna do is go to my Tycoon module, copy this. Just copy this. Now we're gonna go to data manager, and once a player is added and we got the profile, what we need to do now is just remotes, which is replicated storage dot remotes dot update currency. Now we need to also get the rate, which is going to be, I think it's profile dot data dot tycoon data dot no, it's not tycoon currency. No, it really isn't. It's rate per second. So rate per second. Okay. Now what I need to do is make a test if this works first. Okay, let's see. And yeah, it works. It works. So, oh, but one thing. That's okay. That's kind of dumb. What I had to do is display how much leader stats we have, not that. So that's okay. Okay, that's not how it's done. I need to fix that. Let's just go here and change this to profile dot data dot and I'm going to put in leader stats, I think it's called. Let's just double check. Profile template leader stats. It's with a lowercase l, square brackets, and just put in your currency. In this case it's cash, and then we can send that. Now we're gonna do the exact same thing in here. So we're gonna go back here and we're gonna change this to that. Maybe we can just say dot cash. But we don't need to do that, so I think cash is good. Now what I'm gonna do is play the game and see if that will display how much cash I have. And yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Now what I need to do is again check for errors and then display the rate. And what I'm gonna do now is just duplicate this, put it right here. Could be smaller, and yeah, it should be a lot smaller, and it looks kind of ugly like that. So I'm just going to change the text to 1 per second. Yeah, that's not good. That does not look good at all. So I think a better way of doing this would be to remove the gradient. I don't know, maybe we could. Yeah, I want to try something. This might be a waste of time, but I don't think it will be. Maybe if we go from a white to gray, that looks better. Yeah, I like that. That looks a lot nicer because that blue was just too much. I'm gonna just do the same thing here. Paste that in. Looks better. Now we can put the UI stroke back on this. I don't know, does it look better with the stroke or without the stroke? With the stroke. Okay, now we just need to mess around with the stroke on the text label because it's too much again. So maybe I can just put a space between each thing, it doesn't matter. Now we can change this to rate display. And what I'm gonna do in the Tycoon client, I'm going to go here and I'm going to do local rate display equals info colon wait for child rate display. And now what I need to do is do local rate display label equals info colon, actually no, it's equal to rate display colon wait for child text label. Okay, now what I need to do is change our rate display labels text. So rate display label dot text will be equal to format number dot format standard, or actually just format compact, and we're gonna change this to rate dot dot, and we're gonna put a space in that per second. Let's see if that's gonna work. And please work 4 per second, so we get 4 cash per second. And if I climb this, as you can see, if I collect this, it will still update, and it does, which is a good thing. Now what I need to do is, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now all I need to do is make it update. Instead of making it update once per second, what I want to do is also call it once this happens. Once we just collect it. So collecting pad.primary part.touch. Okay, we could do it here. Again, fire client, and for the rate, we could get that from this variable up here. And then we can go down here. And we can change the rate right here. We want the rate. And that should work as soon as we collect our cash. So I'm just going to go here, and as soon as I collect it, it should update now, which looks quite better. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for today's tutorial. If this helped, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.